Bicolor Blenny is doing okay. Look at him up there with the Coral Beauty. Picking up the back like he normally does. Survived the ordeal. The new wall hammer. I moved over here. Kind of wedged in between the... See, it's like a V shape. It's looking pretty good there. Keeps it off the sand. Keeps it elevated. I don't think any of the hammer heads are touching anything. So that's good. And here's the new yellow watchman. He's just hanging out. It's kind of funny, the old one used to hang out right there next to sun coral. This one's hanging out in front of the Galaxia. Galaxia's doing as good as always. Those sweepers, man, I'm worried they're going to touch that torch someday, but torch seems like it's doing very well, so I don't see any signs of that. I can't remember what these are called. Something pora, avopora, something. It's not a gonopora. It's the other one. Looking good though. Acan looks good. My new clove polyps. They're still not fully out yet. We'll see how they do. I might move them. Looks like they have too much flow. And the anemone. Of course that's doing fine. The branching hammer. It's looking happy as ever. What do we got back here? We got the candy canes. They're doing fine. We got the cherry chalice, the mushroom, the green button polyps, and some zoas. And nothing too fancy going on back here. Oh, Mr. Starry Blenny. He just took off. I think I scared the shit out of him. I have noticed my rose anemone has a little bit of green towards the base. I've seen ones that don't get as much green. Wondering if mine's a variety. It's definitely not a rainbow, but I've seen ones that have almost no green, so I don't know if that's just genetics or what. But he's doing quite happy. Chili coral's not really out. Doesn't come out till late usually. The sun coral, on the other hand, sun coral is looking pretty good right now. He's not fully out, but he's fairly out for the light still being on. It's looking pretty happy. I think I'm gonna feed him tonight. That is the 60 cube update. Mostly wanted to give an update on that Bicolor Blenny after he took a ride in the powerhead, but he doesn't seem to be any worse for it. He seems to have survived the ordeal. My new firefish are not really coming out yet, but they are hanging out in here. There they are. There's two of them in there. They both are in there. Let me see if I can... There they are. They're hiding. Hopefully they'll start coming out. The Coral Beauty has been pestering them. Yeah, there she is. I don't know what her deal is. She's got some white spots on her side now. Not ick looking, just damaged looking, which is typical for her. She's the bully, but she also tends to hurt herself. So, seems to hurt herself more than she does the other fish, honestly. It seems like every few days I notice a mark on her that then later heals. Oh, Mr. Starry Blenny out and about. The Starry Blenny's not really afraid of anyone in here. He's probably the biggest fish in the tank. But the Coral Beauty thinks it's the biggest fish. I need to clean this glass. Oh well. Just have to deal with a video with dirty glass. Frog spawn's looking as good as ever. And this little Zoa here. That Zoa's always happy. The Duncan is always happy too. Duncan is ridiculous. His head's everywhere. And the brain. Brain's always looking good. I don't think I've ever seen the brain look bad. It's always been happy. Hoping this new spot for that wall, the the wall hammer. Hopefully that spot works out well. Hopefully the anemone doesn't touch it when it's opened up. We'll see. Kind of like this spot though. It's just far enough away from the Galaxia. This tends to be kind of the Galaxia's range. Sometimes they'll be more up though, as opposed to straight into the rock. So they'll tend to be more up this way. So usually it doesn't touch anything. It's kind of in a spot where, well, you can see they come up. They tend to come up that way. The sweepers. They're not even that long right now. I've seen them much longer. I've seen them almost touching the torch, but fortunately it doesn't seem to ever have hurt it. So I could move the torch back a little if it did. Although right now it's wedged in there nice. I don't want to move it. The torch is just doing good, so I don't want to touch it if I can avoid it. And this hammer has always been doing good. Whoa. Messing with the color here. Didn't mean to do that. There we go. Alright, that's the update for the 60 cube. Haven't done one of those in a while. And, yeah, I've been through a few fish. A few fish didn't make it, a few fish that have, but the one fish you can't really see that's new is the jawfish, because he's decided to take up residence all the way in the back. And you can only even see where he is in the reflection. See that hill there? That is where the jawfish now lives. But I'm hoping he'll move somewhere a little less hidden, because that is not a good spot. You can only see it in the reflection right like that. So hopefully he moves up front. But we'll see. Alrighty. That is the update. I've got a few more supplies, some more food, all that kind of stuff. Nothing too major to speak of. So, alright, till next time.